Hello, everyone, and welcome to a game called Waiting for You After School. And before we get into the game, well, it's not really a game, it's a kinetic visual novel, which means I cannot change the story in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna read to you these trigger warnings. It contains self-harm, um, drug use, mental illness, strong language. It refers to racism, eating disorders, disassociation, contains themes of self-hatred, anxiety, dysfunctional families, divorce, and child abandonment. And that's a lot. There's a lot. We're gonna dig into the story because I like playing darker stuff. Anyway, haven't done it in a while. I want to see what the story is all about. Let's go ahead and and dig into depression, I guess. Summer vacation was something I used to look forward to as a kid. We'd gather everything important to us and trek through traffic and black landscapes to go see our grandparents in a big city. Hours listening to our road trip mixtapes, just a little bit different every year, grabbing snacks for the road, reading trivia books, and imagining movies to music. All those city lights just glimmering in the distance. We'd talk about where we go and what we see and what we'd eat with our family. I'd always fail at staying awake for a whole drive, wake up just before arrival. Then when we finally got there, we'd hug and kiss our family, all so happy we had a safe trip. Slowly lying down and feeling so tired that we wouldn't get up till noon. Then my mom would drive home, and it'd just be me and my grandparents in the big city. Our road trips were traditional since my parents split up. Spending time with my family was the goal, but I wouldn't say it was all quality time together. I think the distance hid from me all the issues my family was having in reality. It wasn't just trips to the beach anymore. It was my dad stealing candy from me like that's what I wanted. It was my grandpa taking care of my grandma singing me the songs she heard in her head. So for the last couple of years visiting my family, I look forward to the drive home more and more. Maybe it's the safety I feel when I'm home that I miss. It's hard to be comfortable somewhere where you can't call home anymore. Every trip to see my family over the summer, I felt I've grown. I feel a change. I guess you get a little older when the veil is pulled away. My last summer vacation before graduation, and it turned out so depressing. Oh, what happened? I'm not going to let it affect me, though. There's nothing I can do crying about it. This is my senior year, and I'm going to make it a good one. I'm just going to give it my best. I don't want to think about it anymore. Maybe it'll work itself out. I shouldn't worry about something I can't change. I just need to concentrate on the here and now, and that's all I can do. Just breathe. Cherry opens her eyes and sighs. Cherry waits in the shade for her friend, Mark, after school. Today is the first day of their senior year in high school. They only have one period together. Oh, this music's smooth. Huh? I like it. This year, and haven't seen each other since all summer vacation. After school clubs have already ended and twilight is slowly approaching, Cherry feels the heat from the pavement slowly rise towards her. Cherry checks her phone to see her text history with Mark. Cherry: "Hey Mark, wanna hang out after class?" "Yeah, sure, just wait in the shade." "Okay." She hears steps come up from a distance and looks up to see Mark walking towards her. She stands up and waves to him. "Hey, there you are. For a senior, you look awfully childish in that outfit of yours." "Hey, Cherry. I've been waiting for you since class ended. I thought we were meeting up. You could have told me you were gonna be busy. Unless... Wait. Don't tell me you got detention again. Oh, come on. Mark starts walking towards the gate ahead of Cherry. But no way. Are you for real? This happened? What happened this time? Nothing this time. It's stupid. Well, how stupid? Cherry picks up her backpack and catches up to Mark. Well, it wasn't detention. It was actually about summer school. I failed English, right? So I had to go to summer school to make up the credits, but I guess I screwed that up too. So now I need to redo all my assignments after school and then some. Ugh. Whoa, that sucks, Mark. I mean, I know you've been struggling with it, but that sucks to hear you gotta redo them all. I already wasted my summer working and doing essays. Now my afternoons are gone too. Hey, come on. You still have your afternoons? I'm in AP English, so I know a little bit about grammar. Let me help you. It's not that. Don't be stubborn. I'm sure your writing isn't as bad as you think. It just takes some editing. I know that, but it's on top of trying to graduate and everything else. Exactly, so what do you say? Mark sighs. I just want to help my friend out. I'm sure you can make up the credits. The two pause on the path for a moment and both relax as a cool breeze passes through the heat. I mean, she offered. I could use your help. I thought this was kinetic. Seems like there are some options here. Looking over it at least will definitely help, so... Oh, I'm gonna go back. Hold on. Let's save this right here. There we go. Sure, I appreciate it, thanks. I'm happy that I can help. I know you'd help me if I needed it, right? For writing, maybe not at the moment. Maybe in the future one day then. So how about we start by looking over what you have to do, yeah? Sounds good to me. And? How about we do it over some boba tea? Oh, I like your ideas. Mark lifts his eyebrows and crosses his arms. Boba. Taro boba. Green tea boba. Okay, I get it. Boba sounds pretty good right now. It's still done. Let's get going so we don't miss the bus. Cherry and Mark take a seat at the bus stop and ease into the afternoon. Daylight lingers and the sound of sports practice can be heard in the distance. So where are we going for boba, exactly? Remember when we used to take the bus to the mall all the time, freshman year? Yeah, I remember. But I also remember it's kind of a ride away. It's not that far. It'll be relaxing. I'll get comfortable then, I guess. I really like it because it's near the mountains. You really like the clothes, too, huh? I do, yeah. You don't, though. No, it's just expensive. Some people buy ripped jeans. I don't get it. For the style. Silly. They're silly. I buy some sometimes. I know you do. 'Cause you're silly. Yeah. The bus pulls up at the stop, and the two teens make their way to the back seats. The AC unit blows and hums in their ears. Mark settles in and leans against his backpack and closes his eyes. Don't miss our stop, Cherry. I won't. Cherry leans against the window pane and warms up to the sun. Mark feels the warmth of Cherry's arm against his. He sits up and looks at Cherry. Her hair waves around her cheek, and the light through her messy strands look golden. Their shoes are touching, but it doesn't bother Mark. The keychains on Cherry's backpack hang down near him, scruffed up and ancient. Hey Cherry. Do you remember when we were in elementary school together? Yeah, I do. We were quite a duo. Well, I can't help but think about how a lot of it is catching up to me now, like failing English. I was also called stupid because I didn't know any English, but like, you helped me a lot back then. Yeah, the kids there were mean. I just remember feeling like I had to take care of my friends. Well, you stood up for me when I couldn't. And, you're helping me again, so it reminded me of that time. So yeah, thanks. It's no problem, really. Besides, I like hanging out together. And, English is confusing. Yeah, this. Absolutely. Charlie slowly turns towards the windows and quietly scratches her hands. She looks out to this landscape that blurs together. I used to get bullied back then too, but I don't know if you remember. Like over my name and my hair, because it used to be really red back then. It's more blonde now, but yeah, our school really sucked. Cherry moves her hair towards herself. I remember that, like you said, the kids were mean. I only spoke Spanish and you had red hair. We couldn't change that about ourselves back then. Being friends helped though. She rubs her arms. Yeah. Cherry folds her arms and presses her shoulder against the window pane. Mark folds his arms as well. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask earlier, but what did you do over the summer break? Does them folding their arms mean they're guarded? I just find it interesting that they're describing, like, the positions that they're sitting in. Like, when you were visiting family, did you go to the beach? Yeah. Yeah, no, I just got to spend time with my grandparents. Oh, are they doing okay? They've been better. I can't do anything, though. How's your dad, though? He's doing alright? I don't really want to talk about him right now. It's fine. Probably better if we don't talk about our parents. Yeah. The bus continues north, and the two teens quietly relax into their seats. Small road bumps and the bus bells fill up the rest of the trip. Mark gets himself comfortable and plugs in his earbuds to listen to music in the meanwhile. Well, let me tell you, Mark, all those kids that only spoke English and no Spanish were kind of stupid. I just want to say, bruh, people who bully people over, like, languages, like, I don't know, I don't like it. They shouldn't do that. I find it ridiculous. I think I could laugh at the person who's bullying them every time. Because it just seems like utterly ridiculous. That you expect people to learn a whole entire language just for you. Anyway, Mark looks up after some time and recognizes the area before their stop. He quickly gets up to pull the bus line above Cherry. He looks down and sees her looking out past the mountains. He nudges Cherry, grabs his backpack, and stuffs his earbuds into his pocket. Hey Cherry, we're here, come on. I thought she was supposed to be the lookout, but I was this time. Cherry and Mark walk around the mall together for a Monday night. It's busy. There's other groups of teens hanging up at the plaza fountain, empty shop cars occupying some of the old anchors. Mark and Cherry stick to browsing and commenting on the merchandise. Ah, that dress is so cute. But for $185, sheesh. Not worth it. You can always Goodwill that shit if you wanted to. I hate bin digging. It's really suck at it. I'm not as lucky as you. Well, it's not really about being lucky. It just takes a long damn time. I still don't think I can. Well, it's free to try it on at least. If you want it to, anyways, I mean. Oh, okay. Alright then, you wait right here. I'll be right back. Mark paces around outside the store window and sees Cherry pick up different colors from a distance. Different clothes, I mean, not colors. Colors of clothes, maybe. She walks into the dressing room near the side entrance with her assortment. One by one, Cherry pops out wearing new outfits. She waves and poses at Mark for the window. Mark waves back after each one. Cherry finishes her fashion show wearing the $185 dress, posing to Mark. Mark notices the dress curve around her waist. When she turns around, a cutout shows the subtle arch in her lower back. Mark looks away. Cherry waves to him all the same. Interesting. Afterwards, Mark and Cherry walk towards a mixed aroma of pretzels, cookies, cookie cakes, and movie popcorn filling up the food court. The two drop off their bag and settle into the open table with their bobas. Taro for Mark and strawberry for Cherry. Not cherry for Cherry. So, how's your boba? Good. Too much ice. Still good. Yeah, that's how they get you. You think you're gonna get more or for the money, right? You think? Do you think the tapioca part is what's expensive? It's only 30 cents, so I don't know. I don't think so. The mall is just expensive in general, huh? I guess so. Too expensive. Mark chews on his straw and looks around the food court. Anyway, how about you go get some of your assignments together for the essay stuff? I'll be right back. I think I drank my boba too fast, haha. Alright, can do. I filled up. When you get a nice fresh cup of boba and then you just start sipping, you just like wanna savor it all. And then it's gone. It's gone immediately. And you're like, wow, what happened to my boba tea? It's sad. It's sad that it's gone. Cherry leaves her bag, and Mark checks his phone after pulling out his graded essays. Hey honey, school called. They said you didn't make up the credits. If you need help with them, just let me know, okay? Said Mom. Also, Marcus, don't stay out too late. I'm going to Claire's house for some girl time tonight. I left dinner in the fridge for you. Make sure to take the foil off before you microwave it. Okay, sweetie? Mark sighs and texts back. I'm at the mall with Cherry. I'll walk her home before getting back. She offered to help edit my essays, so that'll help me a lot to pass. So don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Okay, honey, that's good news. Just make sure you walk into the light. Don't talk to strangers. Stay safe. I love you. Mark. I love you too, Mom. Mark thinks to himself. She's already dealing with Dad, so I can't be screwing up trying to graduate. Mark stabs the plastic lid cover of his empty boba cup with his straw. Jeez, what do they expect from me anyways? I feel stupid enough as it is. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just because you can't do English, which, like, sometimes is more difficult for people than others. I love English, I'm saying this. Doesn't mean you're not good at other things. So, you're not stupid. So, Cherry returns and sits across Mark. He continues to stab his cup lid. Welcome back. Did you get lost or something? No, I just went to go borrow some clothes. Cherry opens her backpack and shows him a assortment of clothes, jeans stuffed inside. She smiles and looks up to Mark. You gotta be kidding me. Mark covers his face, frustrated. You have to be kidding me. Are you impressed? No one even noticed or checked my bag. Maybe they know it's all overpriced. Mark closes her bag. You didn't actually steal this, right? Like, what the hell? I didn't think it was gonna be so easy. Actually, I thought the tags were gonna beep. Mark sits back against the seat and shakes his head at Cherry. I don't even know what to say other than if you keep that shit up, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. A stupid reason to get in trouble. Some overpriced clothing? Are you gonna return it or keep it? Cherry smirks and zips up her backpack and gives it a pat. If I can get it for free, then it's not too expensive now, right? Clothes make me happy. So I'm keeping it. Mark scoffs and crosses his arms. There's probably cameras in here or something. Really? Cherry sips the melted ice in her boba. Come on, that's stupid. Chelsea Ann. I thought you wanted to help me with my essay, not make me your accomplice for petty crimes. Don't call me Chelsea Ann. Wait, I'll go back. Save it. Hey! Don't call me Chelsea Ann, says Cherry. You know I hate that name. I know you do. Then don't call me that. Well, why are you trying to get yourself into juvie? I'm not. Because right now, you're more concerned over your name than you are about a criminal record. What? Don't call me Chelsea Ann. Fine. If that's what's important to you. I'm trying to make up credits for English so I don't drop out. That's important to me. You're not going to drop out. At this rate, I'm gonna help you with passing English no matter what. You're not going to drop out. Well, thanks. Are you gonna be sending me notes from juvie then? Oh, whatever. Seriously, Cherry. What? Did you actually borrow those clothes for real? What do you think? I don't think you actually did. I think you're just trying to get a rise out of me. I don't know why, though. Either way, I don't like it. Mark gets up from his seat and grabs his notes. Whoa, Mark, are you actually leaving? Hold on. Yeah, I'll get tutoring somewhere else. Thanks for offering, though. Later. Mark grabs his bag and turns to walk away. Wait, I didn't actually take the clothes. I really didn't. Mark turns back to her. Honest? Yeah, honest. They were on Clarence. Cherry. Yeah. I trust you, so don't trick me. Cherry looks down to her hands. I want to do that. They really were on Clarence. I'm really sorry I messed up with you. I didn't think you'd care. Of course I care. Mark gets a buzz on his phone from his mom asking if they left the mall yet. Mark sighs. Come on, let's go. It's getting late. Yeah. They leave the mall and walk towards the bus stop. Yeah, that's not a great prank. One time, I had a friend play a prank on me and told me that she was, like, pregnant. And she kept the prank going for a couple of hours. And then she's like, nah, I was never pregnant. I bought a fake pregnancy test. And I was like, bro, I was literally planning out how to support you through your pregnancy. And you just, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I was like, oh my god, my friend's, like, going, like, my friend needs help. Like, I was, like, panicked for her. I felt really bad. Because we were both in college at the time, and we were just going through it together. And then I was just like, bro, don't do that to me again. It kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that kind of stuff. Mark and Cherry sit away from each other when the bus arrives. Yeah, you can really tell the essence of someone's character, I guess. They look at by how they react to stuff. But, you know, you shouldn't be, like, going around lying to test how people would react to stuff. Because that's, like, it's not great. They look out the window. They don't talk. The reflections of each other are unavoidable against the black glass. Cherry looks deeper into the glass and thinks to herself, I'm such an idiot. You probably hate me. I'm just making things worse for you. Oh my gosh. Feels? I wanted to help you, but I can't. I can't help anyone. I won't bother you anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I'll get better. I want to go back to the old me. After a long drive, they finally get off. Cherry walks behind Mark as they move through the back alley of their neighborhood. He lives in the area but feels obliged to walk her home at this time of night. However, when they pass by Mark's house, she stops. He looks back to her. use the restroom at your house, if that's okay. Yeah, sure, it's fine. Cool, thanks. He goes up to open the door for her, and she makes her way to the bathroom. Mark sits on the porch and waits. He looks at the empty driveway and wonders about his mom. She's never home when I'm here. She goes out and stays and says she's fine, but I don't know how she is. But all I can do right now is not screw up anymore. I need to focus. Thanks. We can go now. They arrive at Cherry's doorstep, and Mark watches Cherry go towards the door. She turns around. Hey, it'll be a better day tomorrow, I promise. I know you're worried about school and your mom, but I know it'll get better. She cares about you a lot, so maybe it just takes time. Good night, Mark. She goes inside. Night, Cherry. Mark goes home alone. He lays in bed but can't fall asleep. Golden strands, her smile, afternoons together, the stealing, failing English again, an empty future. Everything empty. His phone buzzes with messages from Cherry. I'm sorry I'm texting you so late, she says. I think the library has writing help if you schedule for a tutoring session. Here's a couple grammar websites you can upload your essays into. Look at those when you have a chance to. I'm sorry again about today. Good night and good luck with your classes. Mark turns off his phone and goes to sleep. Those thoughts inside Cherry's head, those intrusive thoughts, man, do I relate to that. They just pop out of nowhere. Whenever you feel like even the smallest thing, you feel like you did something wrong to somebody, you just feel like the absolute worst person to that person. You feel like you are just a burden to everyone around you. And it is so hard to claw your way out of that once you get too deep. But most of the time, if they hang out with you consistently, they probably want to be around you. Their reasons might not be for the same reasons you have, but everybody has reasons for doing stuff. The next couple weeks blur together. Classes, assignments, and getting tutoring at the library. Mark and Cherry shared the same homeroom this year, but Cherry hasn't come to class. Mark focuses his attention on school and rewriting his essays, though he can't help but look for her. In the halls for a glimpse of strawberry blonde hair. Yet all he finds are empty afternoons. He sits in the shade and waits to see her. Someone said she's been ditching. Who hasn't? Someone said she doesn't eat lunch. I don't either. Someone said she's been sleeping in her classes. So what? She's been acting weird. She's not the one at risk of failing everything. She can't afford to ditch her classes if she wants to, but I can't. She's fine, whatever. He leaves. It's too hot outside. The next morning, Mark sees Cherry in homeroom. She sleeps at her desk. Mark works on his essays till the bell rings. Cherry continues sleeping, and Mark goes over towards her. Hey, Cherry, wake up, class is over. She lightly snores, and Mark nudges her shoulder. Huh? Oh, hey, Mark. How's English going? It's getting better, more or less. Yay. Have you been missing the bus again? Haha, no. I've just been really sleepy. Everyone's sleepy in homeroom. Well, there's a new show I'm watching, and I end up staying up way too late watching it. Sorry if I worried you. Well, you are a sleepyhead. I figured you'd do something like that. But school's still a thing, you know. Yeah, I'll try to come in on time. I'm Mark. Yeah? We should hang out again. Like old times. Yeah, we should. Maybe today or tomorrow. After school. I might have tutoring today after school. Oh, how's English going? She asked again. Huh? Yeah, it's going fine. We can hang out today just after tutoring. We should go. Yeah, but I'll see you later. Yeah, later, Cherry. Later, Mark. After classes and tutoring, Mark walks home. He goes between houses and walks through the washes. He sees the empty driveway as he walks up the doorstep. His mom's still missing, but he moves forward. When he enters, he sees Cherry sleeping on the couch with her back towards him. Oh, you're here. Mark shuts the door and Cherry wakes up. She turns around and slowly sits up. He sets down his bag. Yeah, your mom let me in. She said she was going out, but she left you some food. Sounds about right. Cherry gets up and walks around the living room. She sits down by the shelf of records and runs her hands through Mark's collection. Your vinyl collection is really cool, huh? Thanks. Here. Mark picks out an album and carefully slides the disc out of its cover and sleeve. He places the disc on the record player and sets down the needle. The music is relaxed. So, what do you want to do? We usually watch something. What's the show you've been staying up late for anyways? Oh, maybe we could watch a movie. I haven't seen any in a while. Oh, well, you like Kiki's Delivery Service, right? I think we have it. Mark goes over to the bookshelf of movies and TV box sets. He goes for the collection to find the film. Or maybe security cameras weren't invented yet because this seems olden. Cherry continues going through the records and pulls forward the dusty spines. Your mom said she was fine, but she looks sad. My mom's fine. Anyways, we have lemonade in the fridge. Do you want some? Your dad moved out too, huh? Yeah, he did, and it's for the better. Mark gets up and sets up the movie away from Cherry. He pulls records forward and then pushes them back into the place. Your mom will be okay. After my parents' divorce, it was hard for my mom, but she's a lot happier now. He pressed play on the DVD player, and the previews began playing. My family is fine. Let's just watch the movie. Yeah, sorry. They sit near each other on the couch and quietly watch. Cherry leans against the couch arm and her backpack as she tries to stay awake. This used to be your favorite movie growing up. It was, yeah. You watch it all the time after I got you the DVD. It's a nice film, though. She looks out of the window and then to Mark. Mark, I'm glad we could hang out again. Like old times. I miss that. She lays down and relaxes. Oh, I can get you some coffee if you're tired or... No, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm just happy we can hang out. The movie continues. After a while, Cherry falls asleep on the couch. She snores a bit before Mark notices. Cherry? She turns in her sleep and pushes off her half-closed backpack, spilling out notebooks and pencils across the carpet. He pauses the movie and gets up to grab her a spare blanket and to clean up the mess. Mark lays the blanket over Cherry and looks at her. You really are a sleepyhead. You need to take care of yourself, silly. He looks at her messy strawberry blonde hair, her relaxed expression. He looks at the scrubbed up charms hanging off her backpack. Her favorite movie. He looks outside and sees the sun setting. The same sunset they'd always walk home to. I miss spending time with you too. I know I could never tell you the truth because I'd screw things up between us. But I really missed you. Mark looks back at Cherry and the smudged makeup on the couch. Oh, what's going on? I have no choice. I gotta look closer. Mark kneels down and looks closer, and then he sees it. Thin red lines showing through a smear of makeup on Cherry's arm. The record skips. The sun sets and his heart sinks. This can't be. What the fuck? Mark kneels down by Cherry over the mess of school supplies on the ground. Why would you hurt yourself? What the hell happened? This isn't like you. Why didn't you say anything to me? How long have you been... What the hell, Cherry? He wants to shake her awake, but he can't. I just want to help you. You matter so much to me. What the hell do I do? He looks down at her backpack and sees a medicine bottle reflecting the television light. He grabs it and reads the label. Antidepressants. But they're not Cherry's. They're labeled under his mom's name. Stolen from their bathroom. Most of it empty. Cherry wakes up, and she sees Mark holding the bottle. End of part 1. Wow, that was intense. Did she really try to end herself right next to her best friend? Bruh. I know you're going through a lot. I know you're going through a lot right now at home with your mom. Her depression and divorce. Don't say that. I'm not a charity case. My mom's fine. It's just drama between my parents that doesn't include me. I'm too busy with my own life to worry about them. I just meant that it's stressful. If I can at least look over your writing to help you pass, I want to do that. So the least I can do to help. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a bit stressed out. You're helping me with editing would actually help me a lot, so... I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for offering, Cherry. Of course, you can always ask me for help. Let's look over what you have to do. And then we'll skip forward to the next option. If I don't pass English, then I'm not graduating. Okay, you know what? Mark grabs his notes together and stuffs them into his bag. I'm gonna go. I know you want to help me with the essay stuff. I don't think you actually want to help me. What? I do, though. I'll see what my options are tomorrow. This stuff is serious for me. I'm not graduating if I don't pass English, Cherry. I know, and that's why I really want to help you. So then what's this about? He asks. Mark looks at her backpack. It's just clothes. It isn't just clothes, though. You said you borrowed them. Why in the world are you even stealing? Because it's easy. But if you get caught, you'll get a suspension and a criminal record. All that for what? For some clothes? Your grades are way better than mine. Why would screw up your future like that? It doesn't really matter. It does though, Cherry. Cherry scratches her hand and sulks into her seat. Like I don't know, it just pisses me off. Okay, I'll admit it. I didn't actually steal anything. They were on clearance. So you're just messing with me? I just wanted to see your reaction. I'm sorry. You know, you could have just joked about it, and you'd own how I felt. Well, I thought I'd get an honest response if I tricked you. I'm sorry. Mark gets a buzz on his phone from his mom, asking if they left the mall yet. He sighs. Come on, let's go. It's getting late. Okay. They leave the mall and walk towards the bus stop. Wow, there was no resolve with that one. Mark and Cherry sit away from each other when the bus arrives. They look out the window. They don't talk. The reflections of each other is unavoidable against the black glass. Mark looks deeper into the glass and thinks to himself, what the hell, Cherry? What am I supposed to do if you're stealing? Just not care? Of course I do. I care a lot, even if I don't want to. I just can't deal with this right now. Oh, so we get his perspective with this one. After a long drive, they finally get off. Let's see if anything changes in the end, though. And we look closer. Mark kneels down and looks closer. And then he sees it. Thin red lines. And that's the end of part 1. That's the end of part 1. I don't know if part 2 will ever come out because this was made like 2 years ago. So I kind of hope it does. I'm interested. But I don't think it will. We just know that Cherry is not feeling well mentally. And I don't know why she decided to like trick her friend who she knew was struggling with like his parents and stuff. Like he is already going through a lot and she just wanted to see his reaction. It's kind of strange, but okay. I mean, maybe she was like, I don't know, trying to make it kind of funny, but it just came off wrong, you know? It's just like, yeah, some stuff are going on with these people. I kind of want to know, like, Cherry's side of the story. We know Mark's side of the story. But he doesn't seem depressed by it. He just seems like he is trying to get through it himself. He's doing it all himself. He's moving through the motions. And he's actually, like, succeeding. He's getting better with his English and that kind of stuff. And I wonder what's going on in Cherry's life that's making her sink deeper down into these actions and behaviors. It'd be interesting to find that out. I hope you guys enjoyed Waiting for You after school. And I'm glad actually that there were no visuals of these thin red lines that they were talking about. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far. Hope you enjoyed the video, despite, you know, how it is and how depressing the game is. So, I mean, and it's good to look at all perspectives in the universe, I think. So, I kind of like digging into this one too. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.